So members of the Northern Alliance say they intend to open a case of fraud against Nelson Mandela Bay Mayor Gary van Niekerk. This after the party elected Japie Jansen as its new president this past weekend. The party says van Niekerk was elected mayor on a National Alliance instead of a Northern Alliance ticket. We're now joined by Japie Jansen, Northern Alliance president. Thank you very much, Japie. I guess congratulations are in order, but what seems to be at the heart of the matter?
Thank you, dear. At the heart of the matter is the fact that the term of office of the office bearers of the Northern Alliance expired on the 27th of March 2023. A petition by more than 1,000 members requested a Congress, which Mr. van Niekerk determined to be somewhere on an unknown day in September 2023. Subsequently, a Congress was held last Saturday, 17 June 2023. Now, we suddenly heard yesterday through a news conference of Mr. van Niekerk that they are now, that Northern Alliance does not exist anymore, and that the only party that exists now is the National Alliance. Now, it is common knowledge then to accept that Mr. van Niekerk ran away from the obligation to hold a Congress by establishing the National Congress, a National Alliance. Now, you will notice that Mr. van Niekerk says National Alliance and not Northern Alliance. Now, I see you put there in your newspaper and your news report that Mr. van Niekerk is now the president of the National Alliance, but he portrayed himself since the 28th of May as the president of the Northern Alliance in all council meetings, in all correspondence. And to that, we've got written proof and evidence that Mr. van Niekerk even sent out a cease and desist notice from his attorneys, Bokwana Burns, on Saturday, under the heading and the letterhead of the Northern Alliance and as president of the Northern Alliance.
And so, Mr. Jansen, unfortunately, please, I do beg your pardon for the purpose of time, what options are then available to you? You've got evidence written, and so what happens now to break the impasse?
No, there is no impasse. According to the correspondence we received from IEC, Mr. van Niekerk has got nothing to do with the Northern Alliance anymore. So we are the legitimate leadership of the Northern Alliance. Mr. van Niekerk belongs to another party. Now it's incumbent on us, for anyone that portrayed him fraudulently as leadership of the party, to lay criminal charges. And that's what we need to do.
Will you then be laying criminal charges?
There is already criminal charges being laid, apparently, by other parties in council. For example, there's other political parties that felt they were misled by Mr. van Niekerk in council, portraying himself as the leader or the elected representative of the Northern Alliance, whereas they only now realize all the time he was a leader of the National Alliance.
Japie Jansen, Northern Alliance president, thank you very much for your time this afternoon.